What is up, car addicts? In this video I'm going to be giving a guide for this week's HSW Time Trial for next-gen consoles only, also this week's normal time trial, and RC Bandito time trial totaling over $450,000. Remember that the time trials can only be completed once during the event week period for the full payout, and keep in mind that rocket-powered / flying vehicles cannot be used for the time trial. So starting off with the HSW Time Trial, which is North Chumash. Again, remember that you can only use an HSW upgraded vehicle for these time trials, and the best one is obviously the Hakuchu Drag with the HSW upgrade, which is insanely fast. Now usually for these HSW time trials, I use the HSW test ride vehicle of the corresponding event week. So for this week we have the HSW Divest 8 as the HSW test ride vehicle, so that's one we're going to be using for this time trial. Now in terms of route, the one that GPS shows is not the route you want to take, so make sure you follow the one that I show on my run, which cuts through the military base and through some other sections of the map. As usual, the part time for this time trial does change depending on what vehicle you're using, so keep that in mind.
Coming into their hangar. Low-level base access granted.
Moving on to the normal time trial this week, which is Elysian Island. I highly recommend using our Pariah, Itali GTO, Divest 8, Emrys, Krieger, or obviously if you're a next gen, I recommend using the HSW Hakuchu Drag. In terms of route, the GPS one is pretty much what you want to take with a small shortcut towards the end. It's a pretty easy time trial in general as long as you can avoid the traffic. Now usually for these time trials I challenge myself by picking either the prize ride challenge car or the casino podium car of a corresponding event week, and for this week we have the Gauntlet Classic as the prize ride car and the Dinka RT3000 as the casino podium car. Now the RT3000 can definitely beat this time trial if you can get the lines right, but I wanted to stick to the Gauntlet Classic, which unfortunately isn't fast enough in its regular form. However, in its Benny's form, the Gauntlet Classic Custom, it is, so that's the one that I used for this time trial. Moving on to this week's RC Bandito time trial, which is Construction Site 1. As always, you need to own an RC Bandito in order to participate in these. As usual, the RC time trials are always tricky and require a lot of precise steering and throttle inputs. This one in particular, in my opinion, is one of the harder ones because of all the tight areas and the ramps you have to use to get to different floors, and depending on how you approach those ramps, you can fly right off the side of the building if you're not careful. So the biggest tip I can give is to brake before those ramps and always try to approach them head on rather than at an angle. And that's it, guys. The HSW time trial is pretty easy if you use the route I show. The normal time trial is very easy as well if you use a fast car. The RC time trial is pretty tricky, but just take it slow, use your brakes a lot, especially before those ramps, and you should be fine. Again, remember guys, you can earn over $450,000 between the three of us week, and setting yourself to go to beat them is always a lot of fun in my personal opinion. Let me know which one you found most difficult and what vehicles you use down below in the comments. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.